Hello, I'm Bill Dawson, and I'm out at my own garden today. I just got back from a little shopping trip at Oakland Nursery, where from the 4 locations they have, you can find any plant you want. You can even look on their website at their plant finder and find them and find out where they're at. But they have the best selection. They have the best plants, and they care for those plants while they're waiting to go home for you. They take the best care of them. So I got back with some vegetable plants. It's time to plant your summer garden. We're looking at kind of my spring garden now. I had planted lots of lettuce in March. I planted this garlic in September, so these will be done in July. The lettuce I'll continually harvest. I harvested a little bit for my salad tonight. So I can make room, I'm going to put this eggplant right in there. So this eggplant, that'll give that time to grow. Well, that's growing up. The lettuce will continue, and then that's going to sort of peter out in June, hot when it gets really hot, and then I'll have full-size eggplants going. But I wanted to show you a couple things, a couple tips, a couple tricks. Tomatoes. Everybody wants tomatoes in their garden, in their summer garden, and I want to show you 3 different ways to plant a tomato. Right now I have some peas growing up the trellis. Later on I'll plant some beans and maybe some cucumbers growing up vertically as well. But the tomato plant, when you get it home, you want to take a good look at it, but you want to prune off those bottom leaves. And you go all the way up. You can even go one more. Now it looks a little scrawny, but we're going to plant this one deep. And so you're going to dig a good size hole. I mean, I've already amended this bed with good organic matter and compost, but look how deep I'm going. And why am I going that deep? I don't know if you can see all those hairs growing along the stem. Those all will become roots, and you'll have a healthier root system, a stronger plant. You still may have to stake it or put a hoop on it, but look how deep that's going. We're going to get that all the way down in there, plant that in there, give it some love. Now you got a stout plant, and about 4 inches of that stem is going to produce roots along with the roots underneath of it. It's going to give you a really healthy root system, strong plant. Next way I want to show you, same idea, only this time I'm going to dig kind of a trench in there. I'm going to put it like this, believe it or not. We're going to plant it sideways, lay it down. I always like to ruffle the roots a little bit just to get those going. But again, you want to trim off the bottom leaves. Those guys are going to end up yellowing and falling off anyway. Let's go one more. And then you can lay that tomato in there. Some of that good compost in there. Like that. And then we're going to pop that up without breaking it. Cover that stem. And that plant will grow roots all along there and give that, again, a great root system. Now, how people usually plant a tomato is just as fine as well. And that's just simply planting it at the depth it was growing, keeping your label out. I'm going to know all these are tomatoes, but I want to know what kind. And so labeling is important as well. But this one, just going to dig, widen up hole, give it those roots somewhere to go. I mean, if this is a root, I want that to be able to go down soft. So we loosen these guys. Plant at depth. You can go deeper. Let's trim those off. Bottom leaves off again. Out. One more. Those guys out. Nice little plant. I'm almost done with my summer garden. Look at that. So I've got 3 tomatoes, I'll end up putting cages on probably this guy over there. This one I can tie to the trellis, but I'm also, again, I'm going to have some vertical growing here too, with beans. I've got some carrots there. I can plant a row across the front. And here, this bed, we've got pepper plant. I'm going to get a couple other pepper plants in here, and then these leafy greens for the rabbits. And so, but one trick my grandpa taught me, most vegetables like a lower pH, anywhere from 5.5 to a 7, but most of them like around a 6.5, 5.5, and that means adding peat moss in there, sometimes sulfur. So my grandpa taught me, dig your hole like you normally would, that weed out of there, normally would, add some of that peat in the bottom. What you also want to do, I've got some matches, kitchen matches, wooden matches. Grandpa said always put 2 or 3 kitchen matches in the hole with your pepper plants. Why? Those matches have sulfur on the end of it, and that's exactly what peppers like. So having that sulfur in there ready to go, you know, I don't know if it's an old grandpa's tale, but I've done it since he told me, and I always grow great peppers. You can trim a few of those bottom leaves off the peppers as well. Get them in. Some of that peat moss in there. And there you go. Then we're just going to add some leafy greens. We have some room for some other seeds if we want to put in some other seeds, some bush beans. But that's your summer garden. If you want to get a good start on it, we're beyond Mother's Day, so we're beyond the frost-free date. And I suggest going to Oakland Nursery, any one of the 4 locations. Best selection of plants. Best care of those plants until you put them in your car to take them home. And then you're going to take home a winning garden. And so this is Bill Dawson, horticulturalist at the Dawson Gardens. Jody was filming, so she can't tell me I planted them too close together or anything, so she was busy. So thanks for watching the videos. Go to the Oakland Nursery YouTube channel. These will be on there and many more. All right, we'll see you next time.